Alrighty, so we're going to be installing an outlet over in this wall here using an old work box, and we're going to drop it down from a junction box above the drop ceiling on the other side. Here in the country I was born in, we use 14 American wire gauge on 15 amps, 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps. Black is live, white is neutral, the bare or the green is the ground. Red and blue are also live colors. However, you may find white live on a 110, 120 volt circuit in a switch loop, or on a 220, 240 volt circuit where the appliance does not require a neutral. So we're going to cut our hole first in here to see where we're going to mount this box. So we'll go over here, we'll measure. We have a tape measure here. We'll measure the height of this outlet over here. Okay, it is 48 inches to the bottom of the box. We'll lock it here. We'll put it about right here. And we'll mark 48 inches to the bottom of our box here. So we'll put our box on the bottom here like this. And we'll trace it out with our pen. Then we'll go like this across our top, across our bottom. And we'll take our keyhole saw, we'll make a little cut into our wall here. Up. Here. We'll make sure our box is going to fit in here. Fits in there perfectly. Okay, so we'll go up above here. And we'll drill our hole down over here to where we're going to go, and make sure we don't hit our wire up here. So we'll drop our wire down through our hole here, go down to where we're going to put our outlet. Alrighty, this is an old work box. You got your two screws in here, and when you tighten the screw, it pops these little wings and holds the box in the wall. we'll reach in here and get our wire. Push our wire into our box here. Okay, so now we can put our box down into the wall. Set our box in there nice and flush. And we'll just tighten our screws here until it locks the box snugs up against the wall. Feel it snugging up. Okay, just don't turn it too tight because you don't want to break the sheetrock out on the other side. We'll get our wire ready to hook up our outlet. Okay, I'll bring the camera up close so you can see how we wire our receptacles. Okay, so first we'll close the screws we're not going to be using, so that they're out of the way. Here in the country I was born in, our outlets are polarized. The black wire, which is live, or it could be red or blue, goes on the brass screw, which is the narrow slot. The white, which is neutral, goes on the silver colored screw, which is the wider slot, and the bare green wire goes on the green screw. So we'll strip our wires and get our outlet ready to hook up. So we'll start with our ground wire. You always put your wire around the screw the direction your screw turns. I made my loop a little big here, so I'll just open that up a little bit. Clip a little off. Get it around the screw like this. Make sure it's nice and tight. We'll put our white wire around our silver colored screw. Okay, make sure we get our copper under the screw head all the way around and our insulation's not pinched. Make sure it's nice and tight and it looks like that there. And we'll flip it over and we'll get our black onto our brass colored screw here. Close our loop the direction our screw turns like that. There's the black wire on the brass screw. Okay, so now we can fold our wires into our box. We're going to zigzag our ground wire across the bottom like this, so it stays down at the bottom. We'll go down, and we'll come up with our white and black like this. Alrighty, and now we'll push our wires into our box and make sure our ground wire stays down and clear of all our connections here. Make sure it's nice and snug. So we'll just make sure our wires are all free and clear of everything and nothing's pinched anywhere. And we can stick our cover on. Alright, now we'll go and hook into our junction box up above. we have to pop that little opening in there. Our wire lays nice and flat when I put it in. We'll get a couple staples up here. You put 2 wires in 1 staple. Got to keep it back 1.25 inches from the surface. And we'll get one up here by the box. So first we'll get our ground wire together in here. We'll bring it over here. We'll wrap it around in here so it goes in nice and evenly. And we'll clip them so they're all even on the end here. You always put a wire nut or a crimp sleeve on your ground wires, so you never just twist them. kaboom. So we'll get our insulation even at the top here. We'll twist it so it goes in evenly with our other wires here. And we'll cut it so it goes even with the other three. And we'll make sure insulation's even at the top and our copper's even on the bottom. Put our wire nut on. And we'll tighten this up. So we'll fold it so it goes into our box nice and neatly. Our insulation's down in the bottom of that wire nut there. And we'll get our black wires down here. We'll do the same. Twist it in so it goes nice and even with our other wires here. And it messed up, so I take it off, I straighten it out, and I just do it again. There we are. And we'll just twist it in so it goes in nice and even here. There we are. All our wires are even on our end here. And our insulation is even on the bottom. We'll take our wire nut. We'll make sure our insulation is going into the bottom of that wire nut. And we'll just twist it on nice and tight. Okay, so we got all our wires to go into our box, and we'll fold them in here. I'll just look through the bottom of that wire nut. All our insulation's down inside that wire nut there. So everything is all back. It's out of our way here. Okay, we'll just get our cover up on here again. Make sure our screws are on here nice and tight. 1, 2, so we are all set. Now we'll just plug in our polarity tester and make sure everything is hooked up right. This is our polarity tester, so we'll plug it in and see how it works. And it is hooked up correctly, so I'll bring the camera down close so you can see the chart and that it's wired properly. Peace. Thanks for watching. And you can see the chart on top there.